AJ time. Hey, Deathlight. It's been alright. How are things for you? Because I really have nothing to report. Huzzah. Well, what better time to be stuck inside than to watch people you enjoy do stream stuff, you know? Yeah. No, the panic over the dumb virus is way too disproportional compared to what the virus actually does. Like, obviously, you don't want to get sick, period, if you can help it, but people be acting like it's the apocalypse or something. Yeah, if you get the virus, all you gotta do is lay in bed sick for like 2 weeks for the vast majority of the population, and you'll be fine. I don't know, like even when they report the fact that yeah, no, it's just like a bit of a worse flu. Everyone's just like, well, gotta deplete the stores of toilet paper for literally no reason. Gotta stock up like we're gonna just have absolutely nothing going on. The economy's gonna crash. Gotta finally put in the penny stocks. I don't know. What do people want to do when they panic? Be dumb? and most stores physically can't close because they need to have supplies for people who need them. So, and there aren't any shortages on anything either, which is always the big thing. It's just a matter of getting the shelves restocked. And yeah, the flu is, the flu kills thousands of people every year. And if this is worse than the flu, then, those numbers are going to obviously be higher. But, you know, it's still, what, a 3% mortality rate? And that's only in the people who confirmed have it. Like, yes, keep it away from your elderlies. Keep it away from the people with compromised immune systems. Keep it away from anyone who's at risk of developing pneumonia, which is the real killer when it comes to the vast majority of these diseases. Usually it's not so much, oh, I have the flu, I have the coronavirus. That means the coronavirus itself kills you. It's usually the fact that your immune system becomes weakened, and then other diseases that do have fatal reactions come and get you. That's why pneumonia is so serious, because pneumonia stops you from breathing, and you kind of need to do that. Yeah, fairly certain I had the flu last year, because I had a sustained temperature of like 102, I want to say, for like almost 3 days. On the third day, it finally broke. And like it sucked for sure, but I'm still here. And then this year I've already had a fairly strong cold that refused to leave for a couple months, because like I was sick from before Christmas up until the first half of February, with just an annoyingly persistent cold that would not go away. And like that's been the worst of it for me. And like the thing is that I actually am slightly at risk of developing worse symptoms, just because I either have chronic bronchitis or asthma, one or the other. And anytime I get sick, I develop a bone rattling horse cough, and it's just like, oh god, this literally sounds like I'm dying. And I ain't scared of the coronavirus at all. Like, it's not like pneumonia. Uh, it's not like it's tuberculosis and we have no way of curing or treating it. It's just worse flu. And I'm like, okay, yeah, no, that's fine. If if it had been anything worse than worse flu, it would have we would have been in lockdown a long time ago. Like, no, if this thing was killing people left and right, uh, things would have been shut down so hard, so fast. It wouldn't have gone anywhere. And of course, that that's not to say, oh, don't be safe. Like, no, absolutely be safe. Keep yourself quarantined if need be. Stock up on necessities. Just don't panic stock like most people do, and just be ready to keep yourself indoors for like 2 weeks, and you'll be fine. And again, if you're at risk, just quarantine. Go ahead and preemptively quarantine yourself. It's not like it's a big deal. I'm certainly at less risk than most other people because I pretty much live from my room anyway. I really don't go places, like even less so now, just because of all the panic. And like the only exposure to the outside world I have is my mom, who does go to work, but she works cubicles downtown. So she goes into her office, sits down, sits there for 8 hours, then comes home. So, not likely to catch anything from there. Why are you gonna regret asking me my thoughts on Timber? I like Timber. Unless you didn't want me to say I like Timber and want to be like, oh my god, I hate that guy. Like, no. Timber's fine. He's a goofy male character that, Sideswipe found attractive, and so they went out. Like, I don't know why that's so controversial in the fandom. Hey, Fire Dragon. Yeah, Timber, both Timber and Flash have my stamp seal of approval. They're both good characters. Like, they definitely needed more development time and more time on screen to become more fleshed out characters, but literally Flash Sentry is just good boy the character. He has not done a single bad thing in his entire life, and is just kind of like sort of generic male protagonist minus being a protagonist. And Timber is the goofy jokester who just wants to make everyone happy as best he can, and just helps his sister out and sort of and that stuff. So like, the only reason that the fandom has to hate them is that they're generic love interests, quote unquote, as well as not having enough time to be as fleshed out as any of the leads. Which seven characters who have had seasons and movies of development where they're the main focus and the star, and the men of MLP just aren't the focus or the main stars because it's a show for girls, so the main characters are girls. Hello, N. Hansen. As long as we're speaking about Flash and Timber, doot doot. Look at my adorable Babs. Here's my Timber X Toy kid. She is absolutely adorable, and I love her. And here is my Flash and Sunset kid. She's a little fire starter, but I also love her to get as well. They are a couple of my straight up Equestria Girls next gens that only exist in Equestria Girls, and I love them and I adore them. I don't have any stories. I have one story for them to fit into, but I'm probably never going to do that story anytime soon. But yeah, if I ever rebooted Motherly Sunset Shimmer, I would probably just go ahead and have them jump into the future where these kids are around. Dun, 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 dun.
To play CSI Blues Clues, you gotta find the
Clue.
find. You gotta find those lacerations, my dude.
Hey, Miranda.
Hi. Is it time for CSI Blues Clues yet?
No, not yet.
Dang it.
It's gonna be a bit. Probably a couple weeks.
I know, but I can dream.
Like, I gotta balance out in Sonata for people. That's gonna take a lot of work, so it'll be a little while.
That's such a it's such an easy way to do that. Just show her being a mom. That's literally well, not a mom, but mom friend mom. She's the some snacks, a condom, mom. But obviously not the last one yet. But still. So how's the stream going?
That's alright so far.
All right, it would have just started like 20 minutes ago.
Well, we mostly talked about coronavirus for a bunch. Then someone asked me my thoughts on Timber, and I was like, he's a good dude. And they never responded with what their opinions on Timber were, so I don't know why they asked. And yeah, that's pretty much been the stream so far. Dun, 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 dun.
And so that's how I got my CSI Blues Clues doll.
Excellent.
I'm just saying, pretty good wholesome cartoon. That's not how the splatter pattern would work. Silly CSI Blues Clues, so unrealistic, so dumbed down for kids.
Mm-hmm.
Primrose, you're scaring me. Good.
A little fear never hurt anyone.
Oh, honey, Mr. Ketchup is dead. He's dead, and we killed him. No.
His blood is on your hands.
Why my hands? Because you watched it happen. You were a bystander and you did nothing. No. Poor honey.
You could have told us this was wrong. I did. Well, you could have stopped us. I tried. Well, you failed, so that means it's your fault.
Well, Rose, no.
Dolly needs her own blog where she posts nothing but shark-related stuff. So she
Tie-in
needs a
blog.
mood. So she needs a mood board.
Shark-related mood board. What do knives, sharks, and rollers and ice skates have in common? They're sharp, and I like them. Ballet slippers aren't really sharp, unless you get to the advanced level where they're like those big wood ones where you can go on points, and then Dolly's just gonna be. At one point, Prim and Dolly get into a fight, probably just when Dolly's going on point. Not because of that, just in general. And then Dolly's just gonna go in her room and it's like, "Ha! I knew I was right because you're just walking away like a failure." And then it's like, "Oh no, Dolly!" And you
Mm-hmm.
just see Primrose getting chased down the hall while Dolly keeps swinging her unpoint shoes. It's like, "Oh, why are you running? Why are you running?
Why are you running? Why are you
Why are
running?
you running?" Grandma, help! Dolly's threatening me with an ice skate and a really pointy shoe. Two really pointy shoes, just in different ways.
So is
Oh, poor Sonata.
Dolly being a marine biologist was my idea.
Well, Dolly is eventually going to be a marine biologist. And by the
Yeah.
way, that was just yeah. But uh, but as in her teens and before college, she has a actually very promising career as an ice skater. But it's sort of one of those things where it's just like she does genuinely like the hobby, but because Cinch kind of ruined it for her, it takes her a little while to get back into it because she never wanted to do that as a career. She always wanted to be like a marine biologist because she wanted to swim with the sharks, but nobody really took that seriously. And then she has this really promising sports talent that wins her medals and acclaim, and Cinch is like, yeah, do that. It's just it really shows the sort of fractured relationship that Cinch and Dolly would have, where it's like Cinch isn't going into this with any malicious intent. She wants, even though she doesn't really care for Dolly that much in the same way she cares for her own kids, she inherently wants any child under her care to succeed. It's just that you're pushing that snail too hard. You can ring my bell, my bell.
I don't think I'm drawing this right.
Hmm. I mean, it looks good, but something about it does look off. But I don't know what because I don't do.
I think I basically crushed her hips and they are non-existent at this point, so I just need to give them more
Yeah,
space.
yeah. There it is. She kind of looks like a torso and two legs. No, you see, it's a siren thing. They don't have bones. They have cartilage. Oh, Dolly, you sweet little marine biologist slash ballerina slash ice dancer. It's like that one movie, Ice Princess, like the one, because the girl's really good at like mathy stuff, but like she also has a hidden talent for skating, and she tries to do both. It's like, except it's like, oh, you have this really, really great talent for ballet and ice dancing that's getting you pretty famous, but you also have a secret passion. Well, not so secret, but people ignore what you say. Cough, cough. It's just like of being a marine biologist, and you want to be able to do both. And you got and you've got a scholarship to your university of choice, but also you can win. You can win big as an like in a tournament that will help you go to the Olympics and shit. It's like, oh, Dolly, you're spoiled for choice. Except this was never your choice to begin with, and you've been pushed into it by negging grown-up figures in your life. But you do want to reclaim your passion on your own terms. So she goes and wins, but she declines going to the Olympics because she wanted to know that she could do it. And now that she has, she wants to go to college and become a marine biologist. And that's the story of Dolly. For now, wink. Meanwhile, Honey's just like, I want to be a teacher. No, still want to be a teacher. Maybe a nurse? No, teacher. Barry's is like, I don't really have any ambitions, but I can work with my hands.
I always saw Pharynx going into either security or police force or something like that.
Eh, I guess I just don't. I mean, I agree. I guess I just don't see him particularly passionate about that either.
It's not that he's passionate. It's just like this is kind
But
of
that's
just
what I'm
like
going for.
due to his upraising. This is what he's best at is corralling people and breaking down tensions and all that. Even
Yeah, no,
though
I
his
just
presence can sometimes cause more problems than he would like, but you know, once he's had so much experience trying to de-escalate an escalated situation that he's just eventually he gets good at it instead of just yeah, having the fight become more of an issue, especially with Honey at his side. Because like before Honey, it's always just like they started a fight, I finished it. Now it's just like they tried to start a fight, and I used what my wife taught me to just kind of like not make it an issue and have things resolved peacefully or as peacefully as they could get.
Oh, Pharynx. You know what I say? All cops are bad, but you can stay. You're all things like the nice stuff. Oh, Pharynx, you're all thin ass. Lucky I like you so much, but if you wear that uniform in my house, you will be sleeping on the couch.
And Pharynx is just like, yeah, he keeps saying that, but then I keep saying like, if there are zero good cops and only criminals run the world.
Oh, Pharynx, you know I don't have an inherent problem with the concept of police. I just think that I just think that
Ah,
the
yes, it's
entire
mouthpiece
system that
theater hour.
I just think that the entire system as it stands right now is entrenched in corruption, and even good cops are complicit. But I love you, so I support you no matter what. It's kind of like how we watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and I'm like, those guys are really charismatic. It's a shame they're part of a system that's inherently biased against others. Honey, please. Honey, please. The fucking author is talking through you again. Like, you know what they say, all cops are bad. But you're on thin ice. It's why I'll never let our children watch Paw Patrol.
I thought
I'm just waiting
Pharynx
for
is just
Paw
like, but
Patrol
I thought it was just a
SVU.
badly written show.
Oh, yeah, no, totally. Now, Paw Patrol SVU, on the other hand, fuck. They can stay, but they're on thin ice. I can't believe Chase from the Paw Patrol is out there investigating rape and homicide. Oh, Pharynx. You could have just become a school psychologist. We could have worked together. Oh,
Honey, I was working security for your school for 8 years.
yeah, security, not police work. There's a difference. It's like, oh, baby.
Oh, you
You
sweet
think,
naive Bab.
oh, you've become a self-insert mouthpiece.
You know I still had to carry a gun because of all the school shootings, right?
You make guns hard to get a hold of, but maybe you don't have to carry one all the time. We should
Fucking
really.
mood there.
I'm glad they agree on something. She's like, gun control, damn it! Like, we agree! Look, I don't hold it against you that you're a tool of the government to oppress people. I just think it's wrong inherently, but I don't hold it against you. It's kind of be like if you were joining the military. I can't hold that against you. I hold it against the power structures in place that make it such a toxic job to have in the first place.
But honey, aren't you also a tool of the government to brainwash the children of America into believing what they tell them through the textbooks that have rewritten history?
I'm an art teacher, you fucking weirdo. I just make circles for second graders. Stop talking.
Any songs recently on YouTube that you keep coming back to? Mine are Black Thunder from Star Wars Fallen Order and Knuckles theme cover by Little V, Mills, and Wolf Wooly. No, nothing really recent that I keep coming back to. I just kind of like usually put on a playlist of songs that are in a genre I like, and then I just let it go, and then it goes into some wild genres I never would have listened to normally.
Same.
I don't really listen to most modern songs. The most I get is like the first one that immediately comes to mind of just like a song that I'll keep going back to because they slap is two songs from Sonic Forces, Fist Bump and the Infinite theme. Like those are good songs. I'll go back and listen to those, but those are like as recent as I get.
Nobody was asking me this, but I basically do the same thing, and then I don't know. I watched that new Steven Universe Future episode. I know, hold your jeers here, but I watched it and it was at a roller rink, so they had a lot of ambient music there, and then that one song by Emily King, which I've been listening to a lot lately because it fucking slaps. Ooh, my toast smells brown and delicious. Kind of like me.
Yum. Caramel.
Damn right, yum. You damn right, yum.
Hanson prefers hard rock, and I'm just like, yes, hard rock is good. I like a lot of genres. Generally speaking, the only genre that I kind of don't like on a personal level is just most pure rap. There's just something about rap that's like, I want to hear, if I want to hear a song, I want to hear people singing. If they're gonna like sing talk at me, I would prefer them just sing. There are, of course, exceptions. Like, a lot of Will Smith songs are good exceptions, but, like, outside of him, like, just rap as a genre is usually a no-go for me. So I almost always hate it when I'm listening to a song like, oh, yeah, this slaps, this is a great song, and then it hard stops to have a rap section, and I'm just like, boy, this song would be so much better without that rap section.
Alright, Karen. I bet you make Farrington and Honey to use the fucking clean stations that cut out all the rap, bitch.
Nah, Pharynx would have grown up on rap and would like it. My characters can have tastes other than me, dang it.
Yeah, Pharynx. You like rap, right? Because you're black? I don't think you can.
Look. Look, someone in this household has got to.
There's plenty of rap with artistic merit. Y'all just listen to the mainstream shit.
I've never said there wasn't. But, like, I did not enjoy Hamilton, so.
Wasn't even what I was talking about, but Hamilton slaps. Honey objectively loves Hamilton. She's like, it's history, but told in a new, inventive way.
I mean, Pharynx would also like Hamilton. Like, I can't.
Good.
There's nothing about that. Like, I'm like, yeah, no, there's nothing in here that Pharynx would inherently dislike. I, as the author, may not enjoy it, but like, that I'm not saying that it's not a good show. It is. It's just not for my taste.
Fair enough. I'm Mormon in the Heights girl myself anyway, TBH. Honey's like, Loki in the Heights is better than Hamilton. You take that back! There's Honey's big fight. Just like, you take that back, you slut! Slut, I made you wait till marriage. Musical slut.
You're betraying the genres.
I ain't betraying shit.
You're in bed with the Broadway cast.
That doesn't make any sense.
You don't make any sense.
You don't make any sense, man. You're sleeping on the couch. What don't I?
Fine, I like the couch better anyway.
Then you can stay there. They're so functional as a couple. Please have a Silent and Kalando reference, please. I beg of you. In my heart and soul.
I'm sure they'll show up.
Good. I love them. And Sonata loves them too, and that's what's important. You never listen to me! Ever!
I listen to you all the time.
Yeah, but not when it matters.
I was not aware musical theater mattered.
It matters to me!
It matters to
You
me
knew
too.
when you married. Meanwhile, Common and Dolly are just sitting outside the kitchen door just with a glass of popcorn. This is great. I love when they actually fight.
I especially love when they actually fight about, inconsequential matters that they'll make up for later.
Oh yeah, no, totally. That's what makes it funny. For the last time, Fairies, nobody wants to eat from the 99-cent chicken place on their anniversary. It's a month anniversary. Those don't count. It's like you don't even know me at all.
But we can have so much of it. It's basically an all-you-can-eat buffet for 99 cents.
Sometimes the chicken is still pink inside, though. My chicken shouldn't look like me.
It's fine. Just ask them to put it in the fryer for a few more seconds.
I shouldn't have to.
Bathroom BRB.
Okay. If you can hear it in the background, I'm watching a React food hack.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
And Hanson was just like, looks at the portraits of the Broadway cast of Hamilton, would not have an issue with being in bed with them.
Neither would I. You've gotten saucy in your old age, honey.
Pharynx is just like, what did I tell you?
You told me nothing. Nothing of substance, anyway.
Ooh.
No, come on, Pharynx. That 70s show is on. Let's stop fighting and go watch.
Oh, fine. You and your period pieces.
I like a good period piece.
I love how the 70s is a period piece now.
It really. Especially for them. They're all the way in like 2030.
2030, 2040. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just like they're in like 2034. And it's just like, I like a good period piece. The 70s were so weird. I mean, technically for us, it was automatically a period piece because we, like, it's not our time period. But especially for these two children's.
Cadence is just like, would you stop calling it a period piece? You're making me feel old.
Mom, you weren't even born in the 70s. Yeah, but still, I could remember when disco was on the radio. The fact that you could even remember radios. Shut up, Barry! That is not old. You can fight me in real life. Just like, Pharynx, don't antagonize my mama. I'm not. I'm just saying.
Cadence is just like, honey, I appreciate your independence and I want you to be a healthy grown woman, but sometimes I wish you'd marry that nice comet boy.
That makes like 7 of our family. Like, a lot of people think I should have married Comet. Pharynx is just like, subtly takes out a restraining order on Comet. Just subtly,
It's fine. He can be within 100 feet.
Just not any closer. I'm sorry, me and Sam are just role-playing our characters. This is like half of our conversations.
Basically.
It's why we get along so well. Oh, I guess we're in a national emergency.
Oh boy.
Officially, I just got the news update on my phone. You see, the last national emergency, I still went to school, so this feels a lot more legit now.
Yeah.
My corona. Literally, I've seen so many people in masks today as I was walking my doggo. And that's literally the only reason people are leaving the house. It's like, damn. I'm scared a little. Especially because my mom works in the hospital where there's people with corona right now. But, c'est la vie. At least you guys have me as a permanent stream guest now that school's canceled for the semester. Well, not canceled, but we have remote classes for the rest of the semester. So. But anyway, Cadence was born in 1984, so she was born right in the heyday of the 80s. Definitely a 90s kid, that one, but or a 90s teen, I suppose. And so is Big Mac. So once they have I imagine Honey and Pharynx, once they get through all 7 seasons, that's all there is of that '70s show. They briefly tried watching that '80s show, and it's like, wow, this is not as good. Like, and it's just like, yeah, no, and it doesn't even feel like the '80s. It's like, and then Honey and Aki and like Honey and Pharynx are like, oh, we forgot you guys lived through the '80s. It's like you don't need to say it like that.
Pharynx was just like, "Oh, I thought they lived through the '60s."
Pharynx, Pharynx, I swear to God. How old do we look? Don't answer that. Please don't answer that. Please don't answer that.
Pharynx purses her lips. I'm getting strong feelings that I shouldn't answer this question.
Good boy. Don't answer this question. I'm just imagining he really was sincerely about to answer the question. No, 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 no.
Oh,
It's
look.
like,
Well, I thought that I shouldn't answer this question.
good boy. It's just like, yup. And Cadence is like, doesn't matter how old I am, I'm still hot. And it's just like, or he's like, well, and Honey's just like, I wouldn't respond to that either.
Well, I withhold my opinion.
You had better withhold your opinion. Honey's like, for God's sakes, I'm a nice person. I'm not a saint.
Hello, Sir Maestro on the horse. On the horse? What?
Sir Maestro the horse. I'm ready, Maestro. Uh, yeah, welcome. Welcome to the Aria's Archives Variety Hour. Welcome to Sam's Declassified Blog Survival Guide. Your results may vary. Putting away the groceries and following all our dreams. Ding dong, the Wicked Witch is dead. Maybe the real awkward questions were the friends we've made along the way. Honey, why do you keep saying that? I don't know. I really don't know. You know, I briefly imagined while I was watching that '70s show the idea of all the kids like trying pot and having a circle like they did in that show, and I'm just like, I'm just imagining poor sweet Honey, just like she doesn't even smoke. She just has a second hand high, and she's like, "Hey, Pharynx, It's like, yes, doll. It's like, do you ever think about the possibility that maybe we're just being written? What do you mean? Like, that game BitLife that I like to play? Well, what if we're all just being written like that? I mean, like, just the idea that we're all being controlled by this higher power. Like, you mean religion? No, no, like religion. I mean, like all of our choices are just something scripted by a bunch of weird 20 somethings in their mother's basements.
Oh, honey, I don't think the simulation theory is real.
Stares directly into the camera for 5 seconds. Yeah, see, like that. Why did you just stare off into space like that? It's like they did it on The Office. Yeah, all right. You know what I want to do, fairies?
What's that?
Play Animal Crossing. Can I stay home today and play Animal Crossing?
I mean, why not?
Can you stay home and cuddle me while I play Animal Crossing? Oh, honey, one of us has to go to work. Yeah, in theory. In practice, you can cuddle me while I play Animal Crossing. Come on. Oh, don't give me those eyes. You know I'm immune to them by now. Come on, Smash Cut 2. I cannot believe you got me to stay home and just hold you while you play Animal Crossing. You can't? That seems like exactly what I would do.
All
It's
right,
like,
we're both token up. Yeah, the farther you are from any sort of epicenter of virus activity, the less likely you're gonna get you are of getting the virus. Like there are
me
cases
and
in
Jamie are pretty high risk.
yeah, like you're in New York City, you're in the heart of it. Uh, Seattle depends on where you are in Seattle, but it's still higher risk than usual, because like just because of how many cases there are. But like I'm on the outskirts of Orlando, so the cases here are really small in comparison to say if you were in downtown or vacation land Orlando. Like you probably don't want to be on International Drive right now, but I'm pretty far away from.
Yeah, the states most affected seem to be Seattle, Seattle, Washington in general, and then especially New York and California.
Yeah,
I just imagine like the volume of cases just depends on the volume of your city, but like the top three cities, insofar as I've deigned from news, are New York, California, Seattle.
yeah, yeah. That's also the thing. Uh, the where they're most likely to be tested and found, and people are more likely to be like, "Oh yeah, we need to deal with this," is in like care facilities, nursing homes, places where like they're at high risk of if they have it, they need to get immediate medical care.
Yeah, because like in the case of old people, it's like they're already weak, and if they get that, they're even more susceptible to shit like pneumonia and other like flu symptoms and shit. And like, I have some like immunodeficiencies, but I should still be fine because I'm a relatively healthy person in her 20s.
Yeah.
So like, and my autoimmune deficiencies aren't as bad. It's just like there's just something like that I occasionally have issues with. Like I get sick easier than the rest of you guys, which is why I say that a lot because it's like even minor symptoms hit me a little harder than they do everyone else. But even then, I'm still like relatively healthy, and I'm in the with severe air quotes prime of my life. So I should be fine. It's a matter of who I pass it on to because I have a lot of elderly relatives, and I'm worried about them because got a lot of relatives, got a lot of older relatives. So it's really important that they don't get it. So I probably won't see my grandma for a while because we're near the hospital, so we're like at higher risk to get anything because there's a lot of cases in the hospital where my mom works. So we probably won't be seeing grandma, but I can probably still leave the house and do things like take care of if I need to go in for exams or if like something happens, I can probably leave the house all right.
Yeah.
Just make sure I don't give it to anybody if I have it.
At the moment in time, it's probably just best to not visit my sister since her and her fiance both work in the medical field.
Hmm.
Yeah, my sister's straight up a nurse, and her fiance is a heart technician.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, I wouldn't go near any nurses unless you had to
unless
for
you
medical
already live
reasons.
with them. But yeah,
Well, yeah, I mean, if you have choice.
yeah.
Once I get on the computer, it's over for you, hoes. By that, I mean I'm putting my dolly emote in your server. It's fine. What? So we can have naked Giratina, but we can't.
No one said that.
It was implied.
It was not.
Pharynx, you know what your voice does when you're implying something. I've known you since we were kids. Can't hide from me.
I ain't implying anything. What are you implying?
That's what you're doing. You see right there, your voice did that cute little lifty thing it does when you're trying to imply something. One moment, like I was like one moment from that '70s show that I really want to apply it to Honey and Pharynx is like, it's like Pharynx is like, you know what your problem is? You're really cute, so nobody ever told you to shut your pie hole. And Honey's like, you think I'm really cute? It's like, shut your pie hole. I find that this show more than most others is the one that's giving me Honey Pharynx. I think it's just because like it gives off the right vibe for Pharynx.
Yeah.
Cause like I can imagine him saying "shut your pie hole."
Good old himbo energy.
Good old grungy ass himbo. I don't know if he counts as a himbo because I imagine him being fairly thin,
Yeah.
like 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 sinewy and a little malnourished, but not untoned. Just he kind of looks like he can't exactly fill out a leather jacket, but he's got muscle. It's just not muscle.
That would it would be more due to his upbringing than anything. Like once he was
Oh
in a
yeah.
stable home, it would probably be like, oh yeah, I can actually go to the gym properly now, and then he would look like he was from a Fast and Furious movie.
Just like takes off his shirt. Honey's like blushes furiously. I don't really know what to do with this. Touch it. It's like, no, touching leads to sinful things like sex. It's like, hopefully.
I mean, that's the dream, but you can also touch without leading to sex.
I don't think I can. Flushes. Walks away. It's like, well, at least it's good to know that at least she has urges. Granted, she doesn't know what to do with them, and she's kind of a make room for Jesus type, but you know, it's there. I have hope. And he's like, I'm weak. I saw Pharynx's arms and I wanted to run into them slow motion like he was on the cover of a novel. Like, oh, honey. You see, that's what normal people call attraction. But you're not normal. It's like, hey, wait until marriage by choice isn't abnormal. It's like, yes, it is. But you just own it. It's fine. Nobody's shaming you. Just, you know,
A little bit of shame.
just a little, as a treat. It's like, Dolly, that's not fair. You were brave enough to have sex when it's like, brave. I'm more horny than brave, but
Like a normal person.
Dolly, don't be mean. You're making my brother blue balled. Like, I take care of it myself, but most people have a taboo against step siblings doing the do. It's like,
Unless you ask Pornhub, they got a lot of it going on there.
you see, it's either Pornhub or Disney Channel. There's no in between.
And he's just like, you should really read this fanfic I found. I really liked it. It's about Wizards of Waverly Place.
Oh no, Dolly, you found the Jalex fanfic! If she finds the Daisy fanfic, it's over. She's having sex with Pharynx. It's just like, hey, Pharynx, I found a fanfic that might help you get rid of your blue balls. Dolly! Dolly's not trying to have sex with my boyfriend. Well, you're not. It's a transaction, honey. It's fine. What? No! Like, yes. No! Yes. Absolutely not. Like, I mean, you can't really stop him. And I mean, how are you gonna know? We live in the same house, so it's not like you could say, oh, you snuck over there. It's like, no, I just live here. Oh, stop it. Like, okay, fine. ... For now. Wink. Dolly, I say this with all the love in my heart. Shut up. Like, oh, honey, a little jealous there. What's the matter? You want to put out, but you're too repressed. You're acting like a real primrose today. Primrose is like, what the fuck did I do? I didn't do anything. Leave me out of this. It's like, yeah, I mean, I've had sex with your boyfriend, but it was before he was your boyfriend, and I'm not his sister, so. I mean, if you want to get real technical, because he's Dolly's brother, you're technically his niece. It's like, that is not how that works. That is 0%. That is never how anything works.
I have never, and I will never, refer to that man as any form of my family, because he is not.
He's just some weird orphan boy we took in.
We didn't even take him in. Sonata took him in.
Yeah, and Grandpa kind of acts like a father figure out of obligation to Sonata, but even then, it's a stretch. And Ferris is just like, Primrose is not my family. Like,
Sure is.
gross. How dare you even insinuate?
Family is a choice, and I choose nay.
Say. Let's go back to the part where you said you had sex with Varix once. Yeah, I'd like to know about that too. It was one time.
She claims.
Technically it was my backdoor virginity. I'm saving my bad virginity for someone special.
Listen, honey, let me introduce you to a song that changed my life.
I'm not abstaining for religious reasons. I don't have weird fucking Christian guilt, okay? I just don't want to have sex until marriage. That's a personal choice. It's a-religious. It's apolitical. I just want to wait until marriage, okay?
No.
No, you can't tell me no. You have to respect my autonomy, mister.
Prim's
No, I
just like,
don't.
I just told you no.
You can't tell me no. Consider this, though. No.
Prim's just like, consider this though. What if I did?
Well, then I tell you that you're being a real crumple bums right now.
Language.
You can't tell me about my language, you ruffian. You're being a real dingus about this, Ferrix.
Pharynx is just like, I wasn't even arguing anything.
You had sex with my enemy friend person.
That's not illegal.
But it is immoral. Not the sex part. I respect everyone's right to choose their own fate. I'm talking about the fact that you had sex with Primrose.
I mean, she's kind of hot.
Kinda, but that doesn't really change the fact that it hurts my feelings. I want to go back to the part where you said Primrose is kind of hot. Can we that for a second? No, we cannot revisit that. Apparently, Arizona is also in a state of emergency now.
Oh boy. Well, that means Eve's on lockdown. Or I always forget if she's Arizona or Nevada.
Beats me.
Okay, I think she's in there. I'm fairly certain she's Arizona.
It looks like she's got a week off from school or a week off from something. Or, a lot of stuff is getting suspended over there. So says McKenna, who's also in Arizona.
Yeah.
My little Arizona trash bag.
Yeah, it's she lives in Arizona. Okay.
You know what I still can't figure out, Pharynx?
Oh, we're still on about this?
Why Primrose? not judging. She's kind of pretty in her own way. I just, why though? What happened that you and she did adulty things together?
I'm around the Dinklings a lot. Doesn't that make any sense?
I mean, I guess, but I mean, I know Ursula's a lesbian, but I would have picked you two sooner than I would have picked Primrose and you.
I mean, look, like, so like Ursula didn't always know she was a lesbian. She one time was just like, I need to figure something out, pinned me to a wall, kissed me, and it was just like, yeah, okay, I figured it out, and then walked away, and I didn't understand what she was talking about for 2 months till 2 months later.
Oh, right, when she started dating Pumpkin.
Pretty much. And even then, I was still kind of confused. It's like, wait, you're dating Pumpkin, then what the fuck was the kiss about? And she's like, I told you I was figuring things out. What?
Well, I guess I'm glad she had someone she could trust. Question mark. That doesn't really bother me. I like Ursula. I'm not saying I would kiss her, but I wouldn't say I would not kiss her either. Okay, so we're learning some new things about Honey today. She's pretty and she could throw me over a truck, and I kind of attracted to that in a not sexual way. Yeah, sure. That's the way. I think Honey's just put off by the fact that Primrose got there first. Like, I want to stick to my morals. It's just really hard when you do things like sleep with my friend enemy. And I'm not talking that it's subjective morality. I just don't like it. Oh, honey, let's go watch CSI Blue's Clues. No! What would that move? Nothing, but it's funny to see you panic about it. Primrose, you are a jerk. Yeah, I know. But you've learned to love that about me. Reluctantly. Damn, you're cold. And here I thought you, me, and Ferris could have a threesome. Wait, what was that? What was that last part? Nothing, Ferris, go away. You can't start something you don't intend to finish, Primrose. It's Honey that's not letting you finish. By the way, just assume for the purposes of this that they're in college when they're having this discussion.
I mean, any discussion with Honey of a sexual nature is either late high school or college.
Yeah, and she's not doing it until parents or somebody else puts a ring on it.
Exactly. Well, that's what the whole discussion has been about. Is like about Honey not willing to put out till marriage, and so it's just like, okay, let's hear what the obvious virgin has to say about sexual intercourse.
I really wish I hadn't been taking a sip when you said that. I just imagine Primrose saying that very loudly. Let's hear what the obvious version has to say. Oh, Primrose, you're such an asshole. Even when y'all become friends, because that's the inevitability of this whole thing. bet you've never even had sex. I bet you've never even done hand stuff. I bet the only thing you let Pharynx do on a date is kiss you, if he's lucky. No, don't be a jerk. We've made out, and it was quite spicy, if I do say so myself. It's like, oh, spicy. This coming from the obvious virgin. Gee, did he hold your hand while he kissed you? It's like, maybe. Do you know what? You don't get to know about that. That's personal.
So how you all doing, stream? You enjoying our shenanigans?
Oh, yes, let's hear what the obvious virgin has to say.
I really got you with that one.
You really did. On this spit take, which I had to clean up off the floor, which is why I muted for a second. I got a bit of a cough yesterday, and it's not gone away yet. My corona.
My corona.
I'll be right back. I gotta finish putting away my groceries.
Alrighty. Do, 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 do. Hey, Sonny.
Quarantine, more like quarant boring. Am I right, folks?
No.
Shut up. Let me make stupid jokes. My city's the one affected here.
It's true.
It is. I'm stuck in boring old semi-quarantine until further notice. The only thing I have to do outside really is walk my dog and get medicine for myself next week. Other than that,
All right,
I'm just happy to
everybody.
be here.
There's a pandemic. Wrap it up. We're taking a break.
Does that mean we're gonna get more Arya's archives?
Taking a break from well, no, because I'm literally I don't have any work or job or outside social obligations to take a break from. So I've been producing art at maximum capacity, and that's not about to change.
Darn it. Here I thought you were a secret nurse.
No, I've got to. After I get this, I still want to keep Arya's Archives updates to once a week at least, but I need to start hammering out the colored versions of the Fate of the Lost Princess pages, and also I need to get ready for the public release of This Is an RPG, which I just need Yuki to finish the company logo, and I just need to do some slight adjustments to the game itself for the public release. And then it's going to be on and off development from here on out. I want to have at least one major update a month for that game, for Patreon at least, until it's done. So, and thankfully, since for the most part it's working on environments, it should be fairly straightforward.
You should let me pay you the $7 dolly tax.
You need that money for cough medicine.
I do, but I also need happiness in my life, and I seldom get very much of it. And it's not like I get fan art on a regular basis. You know who. So.
I mean, neither do I.
Well, yeah. I wasn't talking about you.
Oh, so it's all about you then. Oh, so it is.
I wasn't talking about you either. Or me. Look, I have dreams. I have needs, Sam. And most of those needs aren't getting met, giggity. So.
What am I even here for?
My undying love and affection.
Aw.
My eternal friendship.
The eternal vice base status.
Did you just fucking... You know what? I'm gonna let that one go, because we don't have all day. Well, we do, but not the stream. And they don't deserve to hear me call you out for that. Lots of people will be around to watch the stream. Damn straight. Damn Corona. I mean, Sam's gonna be able to put out content.
That would be a great time for me to release that Equestria Girls retrospective. It's a shame I don't have it.
It's a shame you let it die.
No, I don't. It's not dead. It's just I lost motivation for a bit. So, but I am thinking of bringing. That all back.
Equestria Girls, you traitor.
No, it's not. Not for Equestria Girls itself. For fucking video making, especially considering I'm already working on. You know, especially with Fate of the Lost Princess being such a heavy focus.
Well, your first video sent me to the hospital, so I'm not in a huge rush to see the next one.
I still blame someone else for that more than the video, but I'm sure it was the catalyst.
Yeah, you don't know how right you are. We should probably cut this part before we post this one.
Sure thing.
Thank you. Oh, look at So. That poor hoe bag.
God, so much judging just because she enjoys sex.
I didn't say she was a hoe bag because she enjoyed sex.
So much
She
judging
looks
for
like she
enjoying
look.
sex.
No, she's a hoe bag because, well, I mean, look at her shirt. It literally looks like a plastic bag. Not this shirt, the other one.
I
So
mean,
she's literally a hoe
don't you
bag,
ever feel like a plastic bag?
like a plastic bag,
Like a
like a
plastic bag.
plastic bag. Do you ever feel like
Like
a
a
plastic
plastic
bag,
bag.
like
Like
a
a
plastic
plastic
bag,
bag. Like a
like a
plastic
plastic
bag.
bag?
Do you ever
Ever
feel
feel
like a
like a
plastic bag?
plastic bag, like a plastic bag?
Cause
Cause
baby,
baby,
you're a
I'm
plastic bag,
plastic
plastic
bag,
bag,
plastic
plastic
bag,
bag,
plastic
plastic
bag,
bag.
plastic bag. That's Sonata's favorite song. Cause baby, you're a plastic bag. Are we all just a plastic bag? Sonata, what drugs did you do this time? I'm not the druggie. That's Aria. Or did we all just forget that she did cocaine in the 70s and the 80s and some of the 90s? She did cocaine longer than her daughter was alive. Wow, Sonata. Uh, I just remember the year 1976. The event, America's bicentennial. We had just gotten all the surviving family members together. Well, the ones that knew the secret. So basically, just our children. Because, like, we didn't want their children to know. Because we figured we'd be leaving, right? But we had a soft spot for those little brats. Well, our little brats, who were at this point were already middle aged. So Adagio wanted to go see her daughter, Misty Breeze, because her daughter's a model and she was chosen as bicentennial girl. So we all took a trip up to Washington, D.C. Me, Adagio, Sonata, Victory Bell, Misty Breeze, Smooth Tone, and I had just had my baby, so I took her too because, kind of need to care for those little infants. So I just had to make sure that basically I didn't mix my cocaine into her baby formula, which had almost happened once before until Adagio took the bottle away and smacked me over the head with it. That fucking hurt. But anyway, I made sure my cocaine packet and her formula packet were separate. So there we were in Washington D.C. for the bicentennial. And Adagio says to me, she says, please, for the love of God, do not embarrass us in front of most of America during the bicentennial celebration, because if that shit gets on TV, we will never be able to go anywhere in America again, and I want to see my child. And I was like, fine, fine. So I handed the cocaine packet to Smooth Tone because I knew he would use it responsibly, unlike myself. Because who cares about responsibility, am I right? Drugs, bro. And took care of my infant for the rest of the time. So I was blessedly sober. And by blessedly, I mean as soon as the celebration stopped and we were back in the hotel, I pounded so much cocaine that I woke up 2 weeks later, Adagio nursing my child herself, and Sonata kept poking my dead body and wondering if we could sell me to the black market. And that was one of the best 4th of Julys I ever had. Can you tell Arya was doing drugs that entire time? The worst part is that I'm not. And I just, this is how I talk. But anyway, back to the drugs. Ooh, they don't make cocaine like they used to, let me tell you. Shit was half fiberglass, and it was the best stuff I ever snorted. Disclaimer, I do not actually do the cocaine. I don't inject cocaine into my veins. I'm strictly talking in an Aria sense of the word. You know, one time I was really high, so I went into a drugstore, right? Because I thought maybe they could get me drugs. So I found this white powder. I came home, I sniffed it, and when I woke up, apparently, like my pillow was soaking red, right? So I thought I just had some bad cocaine with some tiny pieces of fiberglass in it, like not chopped up finely enough for the high, just little bits of glass. And it turns out I'd actually taken a thing of baby powder and snorted that, and that's not very good for you. I mean, probably better than cocaine in theory, but it didn't even give me the high. I just sort of passed out because of the sensory shock of having powdered baby in my nose, and that was a good Thanksgiving. And so now it's just like, and you're lecturing me. I've been sober for 30 years. It's like for us, that's like 30 seconds, TBH. Oh, but you know what they really don't grow like they used to? Marijuana. Oh, the flavor it used to have. Although I guess edibles have definitely gotten better since the 70s, but psh, the all natural stuff might as well be fucking oregano. One thing that has unequivocally gotten better though, alcohol. Like that shit used to be watery horse piss, and now, and I would know because we used to be horses. That shit used to be watery horse piss, and now they got like these variety flavors, and it glitters, and it just takes you to another dimension. And I would know because I've been in another dimension. uh, hey Arya, if you're done reliving your glory days of being a fucking stoner, being a trash ass druggie, uh, can you help get Sonata out of her room? Oh, yeah. Sorry about my extended drug monologue. Sometimes I just miss cocaine, like a lot. Just
Beer me.
like, okay. Do you ever feel like a bag, like a bag, like a bag?
I return.
Like a plastic bag,
Like
like
a
a
plastic
plastic
bag.
bag, like a plastic bag, like a plastic bag, plastic bag, like a plastic bag. Like a plastic bag, like a plastic bag, like a plastic bag. Baby, you're a plastic bag, 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 plastic bag.
Cause baby, you're a plastic bag.
Cause baby, you're a plastic bag. Don't recycle, just get glad. No, wait, yeah. Baby, you're a plastic bag. Don't get mad, just get glad. Baby, don't get mad, get glad. 'Cause baby, you're a plastic bag, plastic bag, plastic bag.
See, this is what happens when the stream leaves us alone for too long.
See, this is what happens when we travel alone for too long. You see, this is what happens when nobody else joins us in the call.
Looking at you, friends.
Looking at you, friends, if that's even your real name. You know you can't leave me and Sam alone for too long. We're stupid.
It's true.
It is. It's like, that's my one character trait.
If you put us in a room together, it's over for those hoes.
And we did once.
Yeah.
Weren't those some good times?
Yeah.
Yee! Yeah, you like me. I got it on tape.
Yeah.
You
Alright,
admitted it
timestamp, cut it out.
again. Coming to save us from each other. Yay! We're finally gonna have a smart person in the room.
Woo!
Woo!
Brain cells, brain cells.
Brain cells, brain cells. Ah, joke's on you, motherfuckers. I got all the brain cells. I just don't use them. That way, by the time it gets to the point where I need to use them, I use them all at once. It's sort of like a fucking Smash Ultimate. It's like if I hoard the power, then I can use it for like my final Smash.
Are you whining at me? It's not even 5.
Well, technically it's 450.
Like I said, it's not even 5.
Well, there's a 5 in the number.
It ain't even a 5. Oh, phone call.
Oh no. Do you ever feel like a plastic bag? Like a plastic bag? Like a plastic bag? Do you ever feel like a plastic? Wait, there's gonna be brain cells? Where? Yours, stupid! Because you're smart. I mean, not smart, smart, but like smarter than us, at least. You know, you got the brain cells we need to see us through. You've got the brain cells. You got the brain cells. You've got the brain cells to see me through. Cause baby, you're a brain cell. You manage our stupid well. Cause baby, you're a plastic bird, plastic bird, plastic bird, plastic bird. If you're evil and you're on the rise, you can count on the 4 of us taking you down. Gasp. Gasp. Gasp.
Hello!
Sunbun.
I exist.
You do. Finally,
Yes.
we have at least one brain cell.
I have bad news.
No, we trusted you.
I'm sorry I gave them to Desi, and then Desi drowned them. All of the brain cells.
Why? Why did they drown the brain cells?
I don't know. I said, hey, sweetheart, can you hold this? And then they drowned the brain cells instead of using them.
There's so much wrong with the things that you just said.
I return. Hi, Sunny.
Welcome back.
Hi, babe. So, we no longer have community brain cells.
Excellent.
But we need those. Where do we get more brain cells? Is there a store for brain cells?
Desi said if they were so smart, they would have learned how to swim.
No, we need that.
Maybe Uriah will have some spare brain cells.
There's so much wrong with the things we choose to be. Oh, I wish I was smart. I'm so a lot of problems. If they were so smart, they would all learn how to swim. I'm gonna scream.
That's great.
I don't know what the incident is, but I'm so bad all of a sudden.
This is why we stopped sharing brain cells.
Hey, I returned the communal brain cells like an on-time library book, you fuckers. The fact that you couldn't be responsible is not my fault!
I donated some of mine!
Look, we all love charity, but you need to keep a store! You need to keep a record!
I mean, if I had brain cells, I'd know how to do that!
Well, that's not my fault!
Oh, Christ.
I put my library card back in the brain cells, signed out time, so you would know, and they came back, and then suddenly there's no brain cells. Like, that's not my fault or my problem. You better
Wait.
Brain cells from
Hold
the
on.
library.
I think Yuki took a couple with her. Yuki might have some left of the community brain cells.
Might have some yet. Good. See, Yuki. This is why Yuki's universally beloved. Has a 100% approval rating. And not just because she's pretty.
Yeah. Uriah might have some too, if he says it or not.
Now that is entirely based on looks alone.
Ew, why would you pickle your brain cells? God, everything pickle-based is gross.
Why?
Thank you, Sam. See? Thank you. Finally,
now you just have a head full of pickle juice, and that's even worse.
Ew, vinegar head.
Ew. Well, at least I still have the looks of the family. Don't worry, I've got all our good looks piled into me for now. And if you want to rent out some good looks, well, you know.
You have
nice and safe.
You have the communal boobs.
Me and Age have the communal boobs. Let's be honest.
It's true.
We split them between the two of us.
Yeah. Don't look at me for that.
Stacked.
Me and Age are only allowed to fuse once a year because the titty is too much for everyone to handle. Our fusion is very tiny with just like the biggest tits.
Big
bachungas, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got all of the group beauty locked up in these puppies. And you have to put a library card in between my boobs in order to check out some of the communal beauty.
Do you take credit card? Swipe.
I guess I'll have to put a chip machine in there.
Let me just insert.
Oh,
Beep beep.
lewd.
That he's not going to be inserting anything of that nature. I mean, unless he asks nicely and takes me to dinner first.
Absolutely.
Not in this environment.
I'm gonna take you to the fancy restaurant. We're going to Chili's.
Hi, welcome to Chili's.
You just want me to get Corona, don't you? Just taking me to Corona Hub USA.
The Corona capital of the world.
CoronaCon.
CoronaCon.
No, that's gonna be Everfree.
Yeah. I am worried Everfree gets canceled because of this business.
If it does, TBH, we might just go anyway.
Yeah, we could just go. We can just do a Seattle trip to Jamie's house, hang out.
Going to Jamie's house.
We'll just tell all our parents, hey, we're going to Seattle for a convention. Aren't all those canceled? Not this one.
You should know by now, after the way we got sick, the Brony conventions do not care about health.
No, they don't.
They really
No, they
do
don't.
not.
They probably don't care about hygiene either.
The way they smell, like, I loved the con, but until I lost my sense of smell, it was low-key gamey. And then suddenly, blessed relief, followed by dawning horror. Oh no, I have con flu!
Oh, con flu's the worst.
Yep,
We had terrible, terrible con flu.
we did. We were supposed to hang out together as a group after the con, but the flu just swept through the place, and so it was just 3 days of laying in bed and then getting back on the plane to go home.
Yeah,
Oof.
pretty much. It was like, Sam, you filthy son of a bitch! You got me sick!
I'm sorry. It was worse for me because I had the third story room, and the only way you could get to it was the stairway. So it's just like if with my 104 temperature, if I have needs, I either have to climb down all those stairs myself or have someone climb up all those stairs for me.
Fair enough. I had the futon and I was just curled up like a little overwarm burrito. It was like, please help me, we're dying. I was in a stream with some people, and I made the offhand remark that I'm dying, and they were like, "Are you seriously dying?" Or, it's like, jury's still out. I haven't gone to the hospital yet, but I got 104 temperature.
Yeah.
And then sadly I survived.
Yeah, it was a sustained 104 for like 2.5 days.
Oh yeah,
Yeesh.
you were sick.
Yeah.
I think I was sick a little longer in the fever sense because I'm so small and compact, and I was just a little overheated little lemon drop. And when your temperature started dropping, they were still like, should we take her to the hospital? Because she's still really hot. And I'm like, oh, well, thank you. But also maybe. Look, I don't get called hot nearly enough. I'm going to take any chance I can get, even if it means literal hotness because of the flu.
I mean, you are, so.
I mean, you are.
Wink, wink.
Wink,
Like, am I fishing for compliments? Perhaps. Do I have every right to do that?
Yes.
Damn right.
Like I said, take a cheap coronavirus sex date down here to Orlando. Because, baby, you're on fire.
Sexcation. Just like, I mean, that's still pretty expensive. I mean, a $40 flight to Orlando from New York?
Oh yeah, Sonny, flight prices are super cheap right now, so if you wanted to visit.
Yeah, I thought about that, but again, I'm still in the I have no idea where I'm gonna be job-wise.
Fair enough.
Yeah, my only job's Patreon, so, which I need to do more of now that I'm home free. It was just a weird couple of days because, like, I didn't know my fate of school was in the balance, and my fate of homework, and because I do art stuff, so a lot of
And
my
the
stuff
fate of the
is.
princess.
The Lost Princess.
Look, she can wait. Like I got shit. Like this is a game of Mario, and she's the princess, and I can
Do
fucking
do
wait.
do 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 do.
Do it. Please have a Mario joke in there somewhere. Just slip it in, real clumsy. Like it'll be funny. Your princess is in another castle. It's like stares into the camera like he's in the office.
Bum, bum, ba, da, 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 da.
Do 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 do. So you want to chant CSI Blues Clues until Sam draws Dahlia and Honey watching CSI Blues Clues?
I mean, I'm going to do that, just not today.
I know, but I can throw you $7. $7 dollar tag. Haunted. Like
The $7 dolly tax.
dolly tax.
Pardon my dying.
It's okay, I'm dying too, Loki.
For me, it's just allergies, thankfully. But
For me, it could be burgeoning sickness, or it could be allergies, or it could just be my brain trying to trick me into the sweet release of death, which I'm not against.
If you stare
But
at a picture of the coronavirus and you close your eyes at the moment of impact, your brain assumes you've died. And for a moment, you get the sweet release.
I'm totally not trying that. Not at all. I don't know what you're talking about. You liar. I shit you not, the brain cells turn into pickles. Funniest shit I've ever seen. Disgusting.
Phone call.
Phone call.
No! Phone calls are for squares, like pants.
Phone calls are for squares.
Like pants.
What else is for squares? What is going on? Oh, school's yelling at me.
School? That's for squares. Like pants.
Okay, they're just like, coronavirus. Here's some updated information.
As soon as my teacher tells me what midterms we're taking, I'm turning off the computer for a week.
I mean, mood.
Like, as soon as I know what the midterms are going to be like.
I still have to take my Spanish test. Hooray!
And it's going to be online now?
And it's going to be online now.
Well, at least you can cheat. I mean, what? No! Never! Learn responsibly.
Yes. Not any of what was not said right there.
Yeah, no, I'm Google. Google. Just Google.
Just read out the questions to your friends who can speak Spanish.
¿Por qué? I can pull out my Spanish textbook in a heartbeat for you, sugar.
I'm sure I'll be okay. Actually, the studying on my own might be a good thing, to be honest.
Oh, yeah, no, totally.
Just because I can do it a lot faster.
There's a lot less pressure.
Yeah, there's that too. Excuse me. This might be my highest test because I just sit there and work at it.
Yeah. The only thing that would suck is if they gave us like a time limit, like not like oh, you have to turn this in by this. It's like, yeah, no, totally. But like, if they gave us like a time limit, like, oh, you have 45 minutes to take this exam, and it's the same 45 minutes, it's like, yeah, well, life doesn't work like that, especially when we're home with quarantine, because sometimes we'll need to go shopping, sometimes we'll need to pick up children, sometimes, like, just shit like that, like. like it's very bad circumstance. I'm shocked that they closed the school for the entire semester. Like,
Yeah, the school closing for the entire semester is kind of crazy.
yeah, like, because I mean, granted, it's remote learning, but like, you know what I mean? Like, the campus is being closed for the whole semester is kind of crazy. I mean, I didn't expect that. I expected maybe for them to move up spring break, so maybe we had a chance to like get everything clean. But apparently, we're in such a state of emergency in New York that everything's closing for an extended period of time, like more than like a month, really, because it's the 13th now, and Broadway won't be open for a month.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, we had a forced extra week of spring break now, and then they're like, okay, the next week you're gonna be in school online.
Yeah. We were some April after our exams, but I have no idea.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
We're just talking about school closures
Yep.
Fun.
because
Mhm.
our schools are both closed for this semester. I mean, you know, campuses. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, I won't be going back
buildings.
until at least April, and they said even then they might still keep it
I mean,
closed.
it's gonna take a minimum of 2 months of quarantining for like all this to pass over anyway. So
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
So
Yeah.
what might happen with my school is I might be online for the rest of the semester.
Yeah. I think even if this passes by the end of April, they'll probably just keep us online, just because at this point it will have been more time online and during the semester than off of it, and to just expect us to come back in.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's gonna make it easier or harder because after this week passes, like I'm in the art program, so some of it can definitely be done at home, but some of it we don't get peer reviews. We don't, you know, it's gonna be incredibly difficult to do the live portions of our stuff like on, but there's nothing else we can really do besides just, you know, soldier on. So that's what we're gonna have to do. And museums are closed, so I can't even do my art history homework. Like, I have a paper on a museum exhibit due, but I can't do it because the museums are closed. Like, so unless they open up like an online exhibit tour, I just can't do my paper.
Didn't that professor reach out to you and say, "Never mind
Not
about
yet.
that"?
So until my fundamentals teacher reached out to me and saying, "Oh, your gallery visit just it's canceled because we don't want you to get sick." But that teacher has yet to put up a plan for what we're supposed to do for our papers yet. So until that plan is put in place, I don't know what I'm supposed to do for that paper. It was supposed to like it's supposed to be due this next week, like the one that's coming, but
Hmm.
I can't go to the museum.
Right.
Those things are closed for like the next month and a half.
yep.
So
Look at an
Yep.
online museum.
I guess I'll have to.
Look at
You might end up.
Wikipedia. It's a virtual museum.
Or
Maybe you might have to watch a documentary or something instead.
yeah, I mean, I'll definitely do that at least to write up the paper, because like, what else am I supposed to do until she gets back to me? I can't just not do my homework. So
Right.
I'll just figure out another way to do it, and they'll be like, "Yeah, I had to figure out another way to do this because they didn't want us going to the museum, and it's closed. Everything's closed. Please have mercy on us." But at least I went spring break early.
Yeah.
Well, not really, because this is shorter than spring break. But I don't think they're gonna let us have spring break after, you know,
Probably not.
Corona breaks. So I
Don't
mean, to
expect
be
this to happen
fair,
next year.
maybe the real spring break was the coronavirus we had along the way.
Maybe so. Yeah. Unfortunately, this Corona thing means that a bunch of businesses are gonna suffer quite a lot.
Yeah, a lot of people's jobs are in the lurch. my friend's job is closed for the next month, bare minimum. So he's just like, "Yeah, money's really tight right now."
Yeah.
And
I know that banks said that they're gonna start maybe putting out some interest-free loans and stuff like that.
Everyone get drunk on shitty bear.
Bear.
bear,
Dagger/kill to kill drunk bear.
dagger/kill coronavirus.
Bear gave coronavirus. Dagger/killed bear. Thus dagger/kill coronavirus.
Dagger/switch to bet killing.
As you can see, I'm already drunk. Des, what are you doing?
Des, what are you doing? Quick, before you're too drunk, feed me and tell me I'm pretty.
I'll probably have to end up streaming Doom Eternal, since I'm not going to be doing anything else while everyone's on break.
Da, 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 da.
You stream bear.
I stream circus, for I clown.
You are whole fucking circus.
I was waiting for that.
And
I
no
am
one
not.
outdoes the Russian circus.
As opposed to those stupid American circuses.
We take pride in our circus.
And we don't have black people in cages and call it circus. That's a real thing. Look it up.
I know it was a real thing.
I was talking to the stream chat, but
Human beings can be real
Pardon.
disgusting.
yeah, you just. Oh look, honey. Oh look, Margaret. Look at those brown people in cages. Aren't they so uncivilized? Not
Oh,
my
look,
gosh.
they put them in the same cage as the albinos this week. That's so hilarious.
History was a mistake.
History makes me uncomfy sometimes.
The past was a mistake.
The past was a mistake.
Let's murder
The
the
future's
past.
probably a mistake too.
Just, humanity is a mistake.
Humans are a mistake. Let's be ponies instead.
I can't believe we're gonna pull a reverse Equestria Girls at this stage.
You know, Dracula had a point.
Thanks, Adagio's son. Maybe Adagio's son had a point. And
Maybe Adagio had a point.
Yeah. Don't burn my children alive, burn everyone else alive, and then my children will make a new race of humans. A better race. That does what I say, because they have no choice. Just like parenthood.
How dare you have free will?
Free will is for people that don't have children. Everyone knows that children don't have free will until they turn 18.
Yeah, clearly.
They
And
are
even
mindless
then.
slaves until then, so you can do whatever you want to them.
Yes.
Yeah?
It will not negatively affect them in any way.
It's like when you turn 18, it's like a switch turns on, and suddenly you're a person.
Suddenly you exist.
Well, it was 1989, my thoughts were short, my hair was long. Got somewhere between a boy and man. Well, she was only 17, but she was far from in between. Singing Sweet Home Alabama all summer long.
She was also probably my cousin because it's Alabama.
And we didn't say what age I was, so that's really weird. We pointed out that she was 17, but I didn't point out my own age. I just
She
said
was
I was
17,
between a
I
boy
was
and man.
86.
I said I was between a boy and man, but that could mean anywhere from 18 to 30, which means either way I was older than her. Sweet home Alabama.
Alabama. Dear.
My second cousin looking finer and Daisy Dukes all the time. Cause it's hot and we don't have any non-relatives. We're all at least a little distantly related. You know, I was mentioning this yesterday to Sam, but it's really weird how we highlight Alabama as the incest capital when England's half inbred. That's actually true because the royals are disgusting and focused on family-based eugenics.
Yep.
Fucking British rednecks. You know, I don't think people are ready to hear this, but we only make fun of Alabama because their accents sound poor. But the truth is, England's actually a lot worse than this problem, but their accents make them sound a lot richer, so we let it slide.
A lot of places have
It's
accents that
quite
sound uneducated
there.
when they're not.
Oh yeah, there's totally other places in the world that have Alabama-like places. Like, fucking... I know the Brits make fun of, Scotland all the time.
The Scottish have the sexiest accents! Leave them alone!
I think they make fun of
Scottish
Australia
bros?
too, to be honest.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, Australia was their prisons once, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
true.
probably
That's
where
how it
the
was. That was technically how it was founded. It was a prison camp.
Yeah.
Which is
Scotland,
awful.
Ireland, Wales especially. Fucking...
Irish
if,
brogues, even
if-
sexier than Scottish ones.
if you're in England, Wales is absolutely the Alabama of Britain.
You know, it makes sense that the Prince of Wales is the son of two cousins.
I'm pretty sure Canada, one of their provinces, is the same way. I can ask Sriracha, but yes, Australia was a prison state.
Yep.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure Canada probably has their province that's like that too.
No
I think
Canada
you're
like
Alberta.
French Canada.
Yeah, Elizabeth and her cousin fucking. She didn't even have to. She just really liked her cousin Philip.
I tell you, I won't live in a country that won't let a man marry his cousin.
Damn straight. I have to applaud the Charles and Below for not marrying their cousins. I mean, I'm sure they're still distantly related to their wives, but like way less. And at that point, there's really nothing you can do. But like, at least they didn't go the Elizabeth route and marry like their direct cousin. Like they were cousins and also both like grandchildren of Queen Victoria. That's so weird. They related on two different levels. I'm not blaming the British for the record. I'm just saying that it's kind of funny how we make fun of Alabama for its rampant cousin fucking when the entire establishment of like the European royal community was built upon basically at minimum cousin fucking.
Yeah, I have heard British comedians crack jokes about all the inbreeding going on in the royal family. I think it's more just a matter of exposure. since we're American, we're more exposed to what's going on in America, and so Alabama is our southernness. But over in the UK, we don't really get exposed to the royal family outside of marriages and babies. So
Yeah, it's true.
No, yeah, it's just like, that since that is the only part we're exposed to, I'm surprised it doesn't get called out more.
yeah,
Because the royal, because British royalty has been sort of in our cultural nexus since the beginning, considering the first thing we did as a country was basically say fuck you to King George III and throw all his tea in the harbor.
Thanks, Ham.
Silly Sonny, there was no song about the Boston Tea Party in Hamlet.
There wasn't any songs in Hamlet either.
Yay, Hamlet!
Go Hamlet! I'm Team Hamlet.
I like Hamlet. He was played by that guy.
That one dude.
Long Manual.
Long Manual. Long Manual Mineral.
Yeah, Long Manual Mineral. That's it. People hate Hamilton now, and I'm just like, shut up.
Why? Oh wait, you told me before. It makes no sense.
And there's a recent Lin-Manuel backlash that I'm just like,
this was earlier in the stream, but I was just like, I don't enjoy Hamilton, but it's more because it's not to my personal taste, and like what the story itself and the actual show is good.
Yeah. The reason that
That's why
people
you're
don't
allowed
like
to
it
live,
is
even if you're
stupid
on thin
too.
ice.
The people that are complaining about it are kind of stupid, to be honest.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, there's certainly room for merit with complaints, but it's all coming from mostly white people. I'm just like, I don't take you guys seriously.
Yeah.
It's like, but this is racist. I'm like,
early American history was racist.
That's true.
And no, it's just like they're saying, oh, well, they're making black people slave owners. I'm like, shut up.
Don't think about it that hard.
Don't think about it.
There are some reasons to think about it, but don't think about it that hard.
I wouldn't be.
People of color made by people of color. Shut up.
I wouldn't be shocked at all if there was some truth in the history as well of like there were black slave owners in America. Like I wouldn't be surprised if that was a true thing. Yeah.
A lot of slave owners existed because they passed.
Yeah, there were. I do know in history there were black people who earned their freedom and were considered normal citizens, even if they weren't completely treated that way. Legally, they were.
Yeah, so there. Yeah, they could. No, just like no offense, but this isn't really your discourse to have.
Exactly.
Like, you don't get. Like I could get into that discourse with another, differently minded but equally valid person of color about the merits of Hamilton versus the problematic aspect. But once someone, how you say, Caucasian comes into discussion, I'm just like, why are you telling me what's racist?
Yeah. Why do you have the say? You don't.
You don't. Leave it alone. And stop ruining it for the rest of us. God. and that goes on both sides of the pale, pun intended. Because on the one hand you have people like discoursing all over it. The other time you have people draw an uwu slave owner trans to fan art where Thomas Jefferson's wearing a Hatsune Miku binder.
The fuck?
And I'm just like, please
What?
stop talking. What? You've never seen that?
No.
Oh boy, I get to show you trans
Oh no.
Thomas Jefferson. Now that's how you know they're taking it too far. Fucking weeaboo drug dealer Thomas Jefferson.
What the fuck?
You damn right. What the fuck? Add to photos. Okay, time to break all of you.
Oh boy, it's time. It's time to be broken.
Now I'm awoken and I'm taking back control. Hey, look, it's trans drug dealer bisexual Thomas Jefferson. He's a furry who's taking Japanese lessons.
Wow.
What?
A former drug dealer,
What
a
the
tattoo artist.
What?
He has a friendship bracelet with Zelda on it.
This is the most Tumblr thing I've ever seen.
This is absolutely
It is the most Tumblr thing.
It is the most Tumblr thing. Oh my god.
And there's more art like it.
And I've seen the fucking Undertale AU fandom. Like that was pretty fucking Tumblr, but this is peak.
This is
peak Tumblr.
This is peak stupid.
They intended to have AIDS just so they could write an AIDS-based Hamilton fanfic. It's like, well, they shouldn't be writing about the AIDS crisis with the Hamilton characters. It's like, yeah, but I have AIDS, and then it turned out they didn't have AIDS.
Maybe if you want to write a story about AIDS, you could go over to Greece.
Yeah.
Wasn't it Greece that was the story about AIDS?
No, Rent.
Rent. Okay, I'm sorry. I meant Rent. Yeah.
So yeah, there's more art along this vein, but the Thomas Jefferson one is definitely the most cursed of it.
It is. God is cursed.
I met God. She's black.
Christ.
I'm fairly certain God is the same race as Santa Claus, as in the race, whatever race you believe they are, which is all of them.
Oh yeah, no, totally. I'm just saying, like, that's what the shirt says.
I know that's what the shirt says. That's why I'm yelling at the drawing, not you.
Christ. I still am just reeling from this, to be honest.
What, you don't like, you don't like trans Thomas Jefferson?
No. No, thank you.
He was a real fucking person!
He was a real dude!
Yep, gotta love all these Pride Month drawings of founding fathers. With their fucking ooh-woo hair.
Uriah's response?
You know. Oh, what's the matter? You don't like Pride founding fathers. Or maybe more trans Thomas Jefferson.
Why?
Cease.
Oh my God, she's black.
Cease this. What? Okay, I can at least understand, like, maybe a picture of Hamilton and fucking Lawrence, because there was talk that they might have had a relationship, like, in history, but why everyone else?
Why Thomas Jefferson? I thought we all agreed that Thomas Jefferson was the asshole here.
He kinda is! And by kinda, I mean yes.
Is there a Tumblr tag for this? Hold on.
No, don't.
No.
Please don't. Please tell me it's not true.
Also, I had to double check, but wasn't fucking Thomas Jefferson white?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like,
IRL
I'm
white.
pretty sure everyone was white in this. Like, if we're talking about historical founding fathers, I'm pretty sure they're all fucking white. But
oh, is that one of Hamilton's things, is recasting all the fathers as black?
Well, yes, but it's not like they're saying that the founding fathers were actually black. Like,
No. That's not what I was. I thought it was a thing the picture did, not what Hamilton did. If Hamilton's fine, like I understand doing it for Hamilton. I thought it was this picture doing a racial bend.
Oh no, those pictures they depict the actors.
Gotcha.
Yeah. This is like the actual like Thomas Jefferson is black. Is that a furry?
Oh
Wait.
no, that is the worst thing to hear.
Is that furry Thomas Jefferson with a joint?
Jesus.
No! No!
I'm worried.
No!
This makes me so concerned.
He has kitty ears. No! Please stop. Please cease and desist.
Cease and
Get
desist.
out of there before it's too late.
Tumblr was a mistake.
He has a bell.
Everyone pack up, we're done. We're done here. Oh god, why? Why, what? I can't believe you've done this. Am I still here, by the way?
You are.
Okay, we suddenly got silent.
Yeah.
I mean, after the furry Thomas Jefferson revelation, I think,
Yeah, it's this is beyond my pay grade.
nope. Was that Miranda?
Oh, yep, there she goes. Also, yeah, at the end of the day, you are right, Hanson, because I remember I have Irish family, and they do a lot of they taught me a lot about how you know the Irish were also often treated as slaves back during the early American times, but they often get that part is often erased because the narrative is just so focused on only black slaves. It's like other nations that were considered lesser or lesser people were also collected as slaves. So it was both a racial and a class issue.
On top of that, in Roman times, the Romans didn't really care who they enslaved. They just enslaved people that they took over constantly.
Yeah, I learned that lesson very much so when Symbol used to be part of the groups about how if they conquered a nation, they would make the nation slave, but only that first generation, whereas their kids would then go on to become proper citizens of Rome and whatnot.
Yep. Actually, back then they could win. They could pay their owners for their freedom. They could do a lot of things. Rome was really fucked up, but kind of interesting in some ways. Bork.
Bork. Quack, you?
Quack.
I appreciate this Alexander Hamilton in a Pokemon binder.
What?
Well, yeah. Look, I'm sending it. I think I would
That's
leave you
like
guys
I
in
have
the
no
dark
clue. What? Pokemon and koalas.
I assumed it was a Pokemon, but apparently not.
It looks like it's just koalas. I'm so
Oh,
confused.
yes, there's more transmit cannons. Which, don't get me wrong, I don't mind. It's just kind of, sort of.
It's creepy because the fandom like designs the characters around the real life actors, and that's where I start to get kind of.
With me, I always tend to like, if you're going to change things about a historical person, you really should have a very good reason for doing so, which is why I'm fine with like Hamilton, doing like, oh yeah, the entire cast is black, which is, they're specifically molding the story around the message you're trying to tell, which is good, and the story itself is fantastic for it. This is kind of that extreme taken beyond the message.
Yeah, because like I would argue that you could do that with other people in history.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But not these people. If that makes any sense. Like these guys were pretty well documented.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
people.
There's a lot of people.
Like a modern AU of historical figures in general, but
Yeah.
especially these guys, it's kind of like
No.
it's not as if it's just the actors; it's literally the characters, but like written in a modern setting, which means Thomas Jefferson is trans and he didn't own slaves, but he did own slaves. So this is weird.
Yeah, it's also it's definitely also another thing to like have a modern person that is inspired by an ancient figure, and just having this was that person, because there's so many people in history that there were clues about them being either transgender or gay that people kind of like, well, we don't want to support that narrative, so we're gonna bend all of the clues that lead to Occam's razor to go around that issue and have clear explanations about that. That's totally straight and cis.
Sappho, the first lesbian poet.
Yes.
That everyone was like, oh, look, a gal pal. That legitimately happened. Male historians looked at her poetry and went, she's talking about how nice her gal pal is. It's like, no, you idiots, stop erasing it.
Yeah, she's literally talking about wanting to, do the dirty with the other girl.
Yeah.
It's not even subtle.
No.
And stop trying to look for the island of Sappho. It's not a real place. Oh, this maybe must have been a real place that used to exist. No, she's literally saying, I am a lesbian and I come from the land of lesbians. She's not even being figurative. She's literally saying she comes from the land of lesbians.
Hello, yes, I am a Greek lesbian. From a land of Greek lesbians.
I'm sorry, Desi, but the land of Sappho's is in your heart.
Maybe the real land of lesbians is the friends we made along the way.
With our group, that's probably true.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a good 6 of y'all. And Sam on a certain day.
Listen, I know I don't always fit the criteria, but damn it, I try.
I will be right back.
Also, my dog probably needs to be walked soon, but the update's not done yet. And my mom's at the store buying stuff and has a long queue to get through, so... Alright, I'll at least finish up this panel, walk my dog, and then come back and finish the rest of it, though. I'm probably going to end the stream when I do that, just because so that, you know, you're not sitting here on a blank screen for 20 minutes. But I promise I will get the update done tonight. It'll probably be in 1 to 2 hours, though. If I don't end up getting distracted, or... I am going to have to help Mom bring in the groceries, but that shouldn't take too long either. Oh yeah, no, what was it? Rome invented olive oil pretty much for gay anal sex. I don't know if they invented it for it, but like it was so prevalent there because it's just like, wow, easy lubricant, and it's all natural and safe.
I return.
Woo!
Nope, as does Miranda.
And another fucking thing.
Another fucking thing. What?
My mom pisses.
Sweetheart,
Is
do
it
you want
me?
to?
Did I just bleep back in?
Yeah.
you
Did you? Do you want to try that again?
Ah, wow. And another fucking thing. You'd think just because there's a fucking plague on, just because we're living through the second coming of a pandemic crisis. Also, more furries. You know what's weirder? You know what's weirder about the furries?
What?
It's when they're dressed in the old-timey clothes. Because that means it's literally just, it's not even Thomas Jefferson but modern. It's just straight up furry Thomas Jefferson. which is weird.
That is very
That's
weird.
weird. At that point, you just kind of need to make your own OCs.
Yeah. I would laugh a little less if somebody made an
wait,
OC
wait,
in
Alex.
the Hamilton.
I'm John Lawrence in the place to be.
And 2 pints of Sam Adams that I'm working on 3. Ha!
Those red coats don't want it with me, cause I'm a bratch, got till I'm free.
I'm free. Hey, wee, mommy.
Je m'appelle Lafayette. So that's a lot of the
It's lots of the revolutionary set.
I
I came from afar
to
just to say bonsoir to the
to
king,
the
cause
king,
it
'cause
was
it's always the best. C'est moi. Bruh.
Bruh,
Are you
bruh.
Hercules, mulligan, huffing it, loving it? Yes, I heard your mother say, come again.
Come
Lots of
again.
your daughters and horses, of course. It's hard to have intercourse over 4 sets of corsets. No more
Wow.
sex. Pour me another brew, son. Let's raise a couple more to the revolution.
To the revolution.
And wait, the apology for Princeton College. Aaron Burr.
Aaron
Give us the
Burr.
first drops of knowledge.
Good luck with
Good
that.
luck
You
with
taking
that.
a stand.
You sit. I'm a sit.
We'll see where we land.
For the revolution's imminent. What do you stand for? If you stand for nothing,
Stand
Burr,
for nothing,
what
Burr.
do
What do you fall for?
Oh,
Who are you?
Who are you? Who are you? Who is this kid?
Who is this kid? What's he gonna do?
I am not throwing away my.
Throw away my shot. Etc.
Yep. You know, just all that.
You know, Hamilton.
I have an impressive muscle memory for Hamilton songs, if I do say so myself.
Same here.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Come here.
Hamilton is a
Come
bop.
see the Heights movie with me, and then I will sneak us into the stage door of Hamilton. We'll see it together with standing room, and then
Excellent.
we'll go get dinner. A perfect friend date. Or date.
Friend date.
And then
Friend
we'll
date.
just- Or cut out the middleman. We'll just all go on dates. It'll be fun.
Let's just date. Date start.
Yeah, fuck it, why not?
Save, close, reopen.
Oh my god. My mom's like, have you researched jobs at Sega? No, mother. I'm not researching jobs at Sega.
But what about that guy from the commercials? You could be that guy, son bun.
I could be that guy.
You know that guy. You know the one guy.
The one dude who's a man who does things.
Yeah, he's the guy, and he does the stuff in the commercials. He's weird.
He
but like in a
exists.
good way. He sure does. I don't remember what he is. Is he a samurai? But like for the Sega something. You know what I mean?
Alright, my doggo needs to be walked, and so I'm gonna go ahead and call that a stream. I will.
I mean, you could just let us vamp, but fair enough.
I mean, I guess I could if you really want.
I'm good vamping. Vamp. You can do whatever you want.
Mhm.
I'm just letting you good vamp if you want us to. I want to be a cowboy.
Cowboy.
I want to be a cowboy. A cowboy. A cowboy.
Papa.
Maybe the real cowboy was the friends we made
Along the way.
Human Wind Clan AU. Where they're
Human Wind
cowboys.
Clan AU.
Where they're cowboys who ride really fast horses.
AU where Tall Star is clearly gay.
AU where Tall Star adopts Tiny.
Yes.
AU where it's legs, what's on the menu? Legs, what's on the menu? Legs.
Alrighty. Y'all, thanks for coming to the stream. I'll see you next time.
See you, Strim.
See ya!
Bye.
Bye.